Hello folks, it seems like I've about €20 worth of water on my jacket. I wonder will I be done for theft for it when I go home. This government should have taken the heavy boot off the throats of the Irish people and let them breathe, but I fear it's too late. Let me start off by saying that people want to blame the government for the state of the country, for paying taxes on our homes and now on our water. Well, watch my lips here. There is no such thing as government anymore. Governments have been taken over by corporations. Governments are now corporations themselves and only trade for profit. Many people seem to think that government is some opponent to corporate agendas, as if less government would lead to more power for corporations, as if government is some sort of protector that holds corporations back. The evidence clearly shows that our government and governments around the world protect their corporate interests to the detriment of the people. They tax the poorest, while corporations like Apple, Google, Facebook get away with billions of untaxed profit. Our government is eager and a willing enforcer and promoter of government agendas. Our government produce laws that protect corporate plunder and exploitation, and this government and the previous shysters provided and continue to provide massive substantial bailouts and immunities for all kinds of major corporations, while they jail people who don't pay TV licenses or protest when corporations try to install harmful water meters on their property. Our government is the vermin that is the essential part and promoter of large-scale corporate agendas, taking corporations far beyond the potential wealth and influence that would have ever been possible without government collusion. It is nothing but a major sellout by your elected TDs to the corporate bribes and brown envelope cute hoorism that has plagued our country for far too long. Government no longer has the interest of the public because there's money to be made. The power to create and enforce legislation resides in the government, and since the bailout, this power has been for sale to the highest bidder. Now the latest corporation that seeks protection and huge profit by our government, making laws in their favour against the people, is Irish Water. Water, the very fundamental source to sustain life, and they want to tax it again. Our elected TDs will tell us it's good to pay for this tax and it's needed legislation to protect our water. But more often than not, this legislation is drawn up by the very corporations that require the protection. Our government is the largest investor in the companies it's supposed to be regulating, like Permanent TSB, IBRC, NAMA, telecom companies, power companies and all the others. That JFK put it better when he said, because a lot of these deals are done in secrecy, and JFK put it best when he said secrecy and democracy are not compatible. How can a government regulate companies when they are sharing and enjoying the profit? Somebody on a radio station once claimed I was paranoid. Well, having read books on Sigmund Freud, the founding father of psychoanalysis, I realised it's not paranoia if they really are out to get you. These protests, which are taking place all over the country right now, are not about taxing water. It is just the straw that broke the camel's back. It's the ripped off Irish saying enough really is enough. It's about broken families through emigration and suicide. It's about the lack of decent jobs. It's about a broken health service. It's about corruption in government. It's about jailing the people and bailing out the banks, instead of what Iceland did when they jailed the bankers and bailed out the people. It's about the selling off of our gas, oil, fisheries, for backhanders. It's about putting families on the street for corrupt banks who have already been paid from the people. It's about a corrupt court system, corrupt guards, corrupt judges, corrupt bankers, corrupt regulators, shady developers, shadier politicians, bought planners, and it's about a festering of years of this type of shit. It's about beef tribunals, the Mahon Tribunal, the Moriarty Tribunal. It's about the Berties and the Biffos. It's about the Gilmores and the Kennys. And it's about the Joan Brutals. It's about false austerity being forced upon us. And speaking of austerity, I'm reminded of what a great Irish writer once said, Oscar Wilde. He said, to recommend thrift to the poor is both grotesque and insulting. It's like advising a man who is starving to eat less. On RTE's prime time, they accused me of having links with Nigel Farage's UKIP. Well, I don't. But maybe it's not a bad idea. Maybe we should start an Irish version of UKIP and call it this KIP, or what a KIP, because of what this government and previous governments have done to this country. I normally don't like protests. They normally filter out with no real solution. And I've been doing protests since the 80s. I have listened to people at rallies get up and complain. A lot of new faces complaining about the same old complaints. And if there was a gold medal for complaining, we the Irish would win it hands down. But I very rarely hear of solutions. So where should we look for solutions? And who should we trust? Or even who could we even trust? Should we trust the new politician on the block that promises the sun, moon and stars? I wouldn't if I was you. It's the mistake we have always made. And the very definition of madness is to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Your grandparents and some of your great-grandparents got up and fought their way out of this type of oppression that we have witnessed for years now. And when they defeated that oppression, they left us a constitution, and they left us the answer in that constitution. And that is that the right of referendum should lie with the people. The right of referendum should lie with the people. Is that really the answer? Could it be that simple? Well, it's better to trust your grandparents and great-grandparents that succeeded against tyranny than to trust any other politician. And should you trust your grandparents before politicians, history will tell you yes. The people having power to call a referendum is the answer. And I just want to show you how easy it is to solve tyranny when people hold this power. Can I ask for a hands up on how many people would vote in a referendum to get rid of Irish water? Hands up. Well, there you have it, folks. Problem solved. You've just seen direct democracy in action. Thank you.